to start out with introductions. I know each of you from having individual therapy, but none of you know each other. We are here to begin a group experience that I hope will be meaningful and helpful. We're starting here new, so even though I know each of you personally, I won't share any information I have about you with the group. Should you choose to share something about yourself with the group, that is your choice. Along those same lines, I will keep the confidence of the group, and I expect that you all will do the same as well. I can't promise that everyone else will respect the confidentiality of the group, but I think I know all of you well enough to think that will be the case. In many ways, this is similar to individual therapy in that you can say whatever is on your mind, and I will tell you what I see in your statements. You may also analyze each other's statements if you wish. What I hope you'll experience is putting into practice some of what you've been working on in individual therapy, looking at your own behaviors and how they affect your interpersonal relationships. And with that, let's go around the room and introduce ourselves.
Hi, I'm Gloria.
I'm Heidi.
I'm Susan.
I'm Sam. I'm Bill.
Would anyone like to start us out tonight?
I will, I guess. We've been talking a lot about interpersonal problems I have at work, and I just really had a difficult day today, so I wouldn't mind talking about it and getting some feedback.
Go ahead, Sam.
I work in marketing, and I keep getting passed over for a promotion. And I recently interviewed again for a higher level position, interviewed against people who are way less qualified than me. And I just found out today that I didn't get it. And I approached my boss for some feedback, and he said that he didn't think that I had the interpersonal skills to manage a team. What does that mean? I'm thinking of quitting.
Sam and I have talked about this issue before. Would you be willing to share some of your background so the group can have a better sense of you?
Sure. My dad was in the military, so we moved around a lot. I went to like 10 different schools before I graduated from high school.
I moved around a lot too as a kid. It makes it really hard to make friends.
Yeah, it was hard.
I found that I developed this sort of protective shell around me because I was always the new kid.
So, what does that have to do with my job?
Well, if you had a similar experience, you might be someone who is rather closed off. Not because you want to or mean to, but because it's instinctively the way you protected yourself as a kid.
This is an important point. Let's just say that's the case. This may be something you did reflexively as a kid, and now it works against you because you don't even know you're doing it.
I think I know how you feel. I tend to be shy and introverted at times. It's even a struggle for me to agree to join this group, but I did it because it's an aspect of myself I want to work on, because it hurts my relationships. But I've been passed over for stuff at work, mainly because I'm so quiet and everyone assumes that I wouldn't want a leadership position or I couldn't handle one. My boss acted completely surprised when I brought this up to him. Like, he couldn't even believe that I thought I might be a candidate for the position.
Well, I think we all have blind spots that we don't necessarily recognize until someone points them out to us. I mean, isn't that part of what we're working on?
Good point, Paul. One of the biggest benefits of group experience is sort of having a mirror held up to ourselves. Even though you may work on some of these issues in individual therapy, having feedback from the group and having some of these issues reflected back to us can point out to us where we can make changes or even just illuminate the problem for us so we know we need to work on it.
I will. Like I said, I tend to be shy, and it definitely has hurt me professionally, but I think it's hurt me more personally.
Can you tell us what you mean?
Well, I mean in relationships. Most guys think I'm standoffish or stuck up, when really it's just hard for me to open up to folks. As much as I would like to be in a relationship, I just can't seem to get a date.
Can you tell the group a little bit about your background so they can have a better sense of you, Heidi?
Well, I was raised in the South where I felt like there was a big emphasis placed on appearances, so there was always a pressure to look nice and be pretty. And my parents were really critical, and I had an older sister who was a super high achiever. She was great at everything. Her achievements were really important to my parents.
So how did that impact your shyness? For some people, shyness is an innate trait that they are just born with. For others, it's a learned behavior based on the family dynamics they grew up with.
I think maybe mine was a little bit of both. I always tended to hang back and be more shy, but my parents were critical of this and constantly compared me to my sister. They were even more critical of the fact that I didn't perform as well as she did, either academically or socially. So it made me kind of pull inside of myself a little bit more.
Kind of like, if I'm not too noticeable, maybe they will leave me alone.
Exactly. We've worked on this a lot in individual therapy. I hope the group will help me see where the weaknesses are so I can work on it more.
It's funny, we all have these insecurities. Everyone does. Maybe they have different origins, but I can really relate to everything you guys are talking about. It makes me feel really hopeful when I hear somebody talking about it and getting through it. It makes me feel like I can too.
Heidi, I think it'll be really good just to be in a group and not have anyone criticize you and just be who you are. I think it'll be really therapeutic. I know it will be for me. They won't tolerate that here.
You're probably right. Dr. Peters had to really convince me to join this group. It's like I know I need it and I can benefit from it, but it's so scary to think about coming here and opening up to a group of strangers.
I think we all probably felt that way.
So we have to stop for today, but I want to congratulate you all on some really good work. And we'll pick up here again next week.